Hey guys, it's Eugenia Cooney. So a quick summary of how to get this extra $991 extra at least per month. You have to go to the ministry, fill out a form. You have to do your taxes to get your GST back. You have to have your disability tax credit approved and apply with the Canada Revenue Services for the extra money. You have to fill out another form at the ministry. And then the Groceries Essentials Benefit, you have to do your taxes and file your taxes every year, and then it's automatic. And then getting tax money back on the receipts is easy. You just have to collect receipts, photocopy them, and then do an Excel chart, and then file with the government and the Canada Revenue Agency with a native person to get back the 5 and 7% PST and FST for your tax on money on receipts. If I've helped you out get back like $900 extra a month, please donate to my Bitcoin, Ethereum, or PayPal in the description. I will leave the link in the description. It's cutebutfierce.eth.uni. And then that's Ethereum. And then you can also donate to my PayPal, GabrielMcElroy777 at paypal.me. Shout out to the DJ Smoke and Groove. Falling down, he wants to ride it. My cousin just sent me $10,000 as a gift in the mail because she loves me. And also I did my taxes properly, so I got back over 30. So today I'm going to be showing you 10 extra ways to get money in Canada if you're on disability. So this is all the ways I could find on extra money income sources. So the first way is through your GST and HST. So you just have to file taxes every year, and you get that back in January, April, October, and July each year. So that's pretty self-explanatory. You just have to do your taxes. The second way is through Canada Revenue Services. For those that claim the disability tax credit, you'll get back an extra $200 a month from the Canadian government through Canada Revenue Services if you qualify by applying after you got approved for your disability tax credit. So that's permanently an extra $200 per month. So you just have to, I'll show you in the description all the forms for all these things if you're looking for all of this. So the third way is about the crisis food supplement. So all you have to do is literally just go to the office and get an extra $50 by asking them for a crisis food supplement. And then also once a year you can ask them for $110 for clothing. So you can go every month and get an extra $50, and then you can go once a year for $110 for clothing. You just got to ask for the crisis food supplement and the clothing supplement. And then another way is you're supposed to get your disability with the rent money included. So you just have to fill out a form at the office saying that you don't want your rent paid automatically, and then you'll get an extra $500 a month on top of what you get. Another way is to get tax money back by filing your receipts with the Canada Revenue Agency. So you can get 5% back for your PST, and then 7% back for your FST. That's your federal and provincial tax return rate on purchases with receipts. So you just pay 5%. You just get 5% back on spending and 7% back if you claim all your receipts and you just file them with the Canadian government's Canada Revenue Agency. You just have to like photo scan all your receipts and then add up the numbers in an Excel chart, and then claim the money back every month on all your spending, on all your receipts. You have to have a native connection for that. So you have to have a native friend, or you have to essentially be part native, and then you can ask your friend to help you with getting your money back for your tax receipts on paper every month. Lots of bugs out here, it's summertime. So now I'll just go back as a summary of what I just said. You can get your regular disability money. You can fill out a form to get an extra $500 by not selecting rent automatically paid, and you fill it out at the office. So that's an extra $500. You can get the crisis food supplement, extra $50 a month. That's an extra $550. You can go to the Canada Revenue Services and get a disability tax credit and fill out the Canada Revenue Services Essential Benefit to get an extra $200. So now we have a total of $750 extra a month. And then you can get your GST and HST back by filing taxes 4 times a year. That's just standard with doing taxes. And then there's the Canada Grocery Essentials Benefit. That's $240 up to $650 a month, every season back or every month. I think it's every month actually. So it's now like 2026 and they just came out with the Groceries Essentials Benefit. And you can get back $240 to $650 a month. So if you're adding all this up, my Groceries Essential Benefit was $241.29. So I just calculated an extra $750 a month you can get, plus $241.29. So that's $991.29. So far, through everything that I've covered, you can get back $991 extra a month while being on disability if you do all these things. And then you also get your GST, HST, and clothing supplement from the ministry once a year for $110. And then you can also, on top of all that, get back tax money on receipts for 5 and 7% at PST and FST with natives that file taxes with the Canada Revenue Agency. If you're part native or if you know a friend, you can get your money back on all the receipts you spend in the stores. So for a quick summary one more time, I found $991.29 extra you can get per month while being on disability. And then I also included the GST, HST, and clothing food supplement and getting money back on taxes at 5 and 7% by filing taxes properly. So that's quite a bit of money I found to get back, but this is not the end of the video. We're only halfway done. I'm just gonna show really quick what I wrote down so that you can see what I'm talking about. I found $4,000 a year you can get back with just these 3 options. And then there's also these 3 options. The only thing I didn't write down so far was the clothing supplement from the ministry for $110 a year. So you can get back $991 a month and $110 a year. And I found all the ways to get money with the Canadian government while on disability. But then there's money that you can get back through taxes. I'll do this part next. Hey guys, welcome to 2026. We're in the deep net, we're in the deep fakes, and we're looking for the real. They never had a chance with a love like us. I'm a G and Shia. You heard that. Now I'm going to explain the money you can get back through your taxes. So you can get $200 a month back by writing off your medical coverage in Canada for $200 a month when you do your taxes. So you can get back $2,400 a year. They're willing to give back. So they basically cover the cost of your medical if you actually do your taxes every year and you fill out everything properly. So there's also up to $500 back a year for the vote electors tax credit. So you just have to vote every year and then you can claim between $75 to $500 for voting on your Canada Revenue Agency taxes for every single year that you need to file. If you fill out the BC 479 form, you add your total income for the year and then you multiply it by 2% and you get a sales tax credit of 2% of your income back. So that's a really important form to fill out while you're doing your taxes. Sales tax credit BC 479, 2% sales tax back on your total income. There's also a renter's rebate every year for $400 for those that make less than $60,000 a year by filling out the BC 428 form. So that's an extra $400 right there. And you get $75 tax credit for filling out the BC 379 form. So you got to do that. So BC 479, you get 2% sales tax back on your total income. BC 428, you get $400 back on your renter's rebate. And then BC 379, you get $75 back for doing a tax credit on the form. And then the last thing I have to say is about the federal provincial return on your taxes. If you do the federal and provincial worksheet and the S5000 E15 worksheet all together, you can claim your, and if you made more than $44,000 that year or less, if you made less, you can claim 15% and 5.6%. But if you made more than $44,000 that year, you can claim 22% back for federal taxes and 7.7% for provincial taxes. So you can essentially take your total income that you made in a year, and you can claim 15 and 5.6% on federal and provincial returns. So you can get 20.6% of your money back for doing your taxes on top of everything I mentioned. And if you worked and you made more than $44,700 or so in a year, you can claim 29.7% money back on your total income. On top of the 2% sales tax credit, if you combine everything, you can get up to 31.7% of your money back for doing your taxes and filling out all the worksheets and doing everything properly. So I'll just show you right now what I'm talking about. So you can get $75 for this form, $400 for this form, 2% of your money back for this form, and your federal and provincial return back, and up to $500 for a tax credit for voting, and you can get $200 a month back on your medical coverage if you do your medical and you file all your taxes properly. So these are all the ways I found to get money back on your taxes and through disability. This is like a really important video. I would recommend sharing this with every single person you know. I'm not kidding. This is the most important video the Canadian government said of the whole entire day. This is the most important video, is all this information right here on how to maximize all the money that you can get in a year and all the things you need to do. So you don't have to do very much to do all this. All this takes probably a few weeks to do, to get all this. It's a lot of money back. So if you do a quick summary, you can get $110 back a year for the clothing allowance, $991.29 a month extra for your disability amount. You can get your GST and HST money back 4 times a year. You can get your tax back on filing receipts at 5 and 7% for PST and FST with natives in the CRA. You can get 20.6 to 31.7% of your money back for doing the federal and provincial worksheets and the S5000 worksheet and the BC 479 form with 2% income return for the sales tax credit. You can get $200 a month back for your medical coverage, up to $500 a year for your voting credit, $400 a year for your renter's rebate credit, and $75 for the BC 379 form filled out properly. So yeah, this is all of the secret money in Canada that you can get. So yeah, make sure you get this video shared with everybody you know, because there's no other video like this on the internet. You're probably going to want to share this with everybody because it's probably the most important video in Canada for the whole month. Have a good day. Shout out to my buddy Smokin' Groove. Falling down, he wants to ride it. He's a DJ and he likes to ride.